in grade 11, the first class I did fail was math. And then that's when I was kind of like, well, I guess I'll just do this for the rest of my life. Why not? So I went and I learned a bunch of math stuff that was like way advanced for my level, and I had no understanding of it whatsoever. And I don't think I understand most of it still. But because of that exposure, I realized that I wasn't just doing this to be like, well, I failed math, now I have to be the best at it. It was actually something I wanted to do for a while. But that didn't tune in again because I went to grade 11 and then I failed everything again. It was just because I couldn't choose what I wanted to do. So I thought it wasn't practical to like put effort into school because I didn't see an end result, and I had no ambitions to go to university yet. So I'm like, why would I work hard? I could just like do all the other things that I was doing that was also very unproductive. One of the reasons I did go to York was just to satisfy my parents so they would get off my back, because like once I took a fifth year in high school, they were really mad about that because they go off on a whole thing where they compare their own children to everybody else's kids. And so their thing was, well, everybody else who graduated high school with you is going to university, why aren't my kids going? As opposed to trying to understand like, well, your kid's just not ready. And so I kind of like didn't like disclose that my transcript looked like the way it did at York. At York, it was like exactly the same scenario as I was when I was like 17 in grade 11. Just like out of the entire semester, I remember seeing my professor just for a midterm and a final and nothing else. And I'm pretty sure that's what do you call a recipe for failure. So it was a good thing because like I failed pretty hard there. And it got to the point where it was like they just debarred me. Like they were like, you can't come to school. So like the natural choice was to just drop out and restart. And then like Ryerson was like the only place I could go to at that point, because like my high school track wasn't gonna follow me into U of D or Waterloo or anything bigger. Before I went to Ryerson, it was one of those things where like now I came out with a lot of debt. And like I have no way of getting a job because I've got 9 months until I can get into Ryerson if I do. And so then that's when like being in the reserves really helped me out, because they had work available, even though it was part-time in the beginning. I just had to give them some availabilities, and whatever odd jobs they had, I could go and do. And that was kind of nice in terms of building back some of my self-confidence and like getting me out of a little bit of a rut. So like, and one of the things is like I realized I never stopped talking about math and like, having my ambitions to want to be like a math student and be a mathematician, whatever I end up doing. Fast tracking, like, I did take away a lot of mathematical background from York because I still took courses and I still learned and understood as little of it as I can. But one of the things I did get out of it was like, I finally understood like how difficult it gets. So the importance of all the basics they were trying to beat down at me since like, early stages of math, even like high school, I finally appreciated that. As I was preparing myself to go to Ryerson, looking at my options, I took the time from like April to September and pretty much repeated everything I needed to do from high school up until grade 12, reviewing and practicing and moving along, and realizing like the subtleties that I was missing, in the simplest ideas of fractions and stuff was like the most necessary things when it came to doing some of these advanced math that I was trying to approach, or that I'm eventually going to approach. So then that was good preparation, and I did and I know I came out with doing pretty well, I would say, compared to what I was doing. Like I got like A's for the first time in my transcript, which I never thought I would see. And yeah.